Big developments in the alleged sex scandal of Prajwal Revanna. Good afternoon and welcome to India Today SoSouth. I am Sara Fazal.
And this is Afreen Hussain.
Well, in the latest development, the Karnataka Home Minister today, G. Parmeshwar, has come out and mentioned that another case has been filed against Prajwal Revanna, which makes it 2, and he will now have to appear before the SIT, failing which he will be arrested. We also hear that the SIT will provide protection to families of the victims if they come forward to record their statements. Let's listen in to what the Home Minister had to say.
Lookout notice has already been issued and it has been informed, and our Honorable Chief Minister also returned to Prime Minister, cancelling the diplomatic passport. All this process is going on. We are hoping that the investigation will be completed as quickly as possible. This arrest is not so simple. Something has to be, there has to be a cause of action. There has to be a complaint, and what the content of the complaint should attract the arrest. Somebody is saying on the street that why you didn't arrest him. It's not that simple. The provision in the complaint, there is a clause. That is how it is. No, that is for the Prajwal. In the case of Revanna, we have to verify. Notices have already been issued by the SIT, and he has to appear before the SIT. Lookout notice has already been issued, and it has been informed, and our Honorable Chief Minister also returned to Prime Minister, cancelling the diplomatic passport. All this process is going on. We are hoping that the investigation will be completed as quickly as possible. This arrest is not so simple. Something has to be, there has to be a cause of action. There has to be a complaint, and what the content of the complaint should attract the arrest. Somebody is saying on the street that why you didn't arrest him. It's not that simple. The provision in the complaint, there is a clause. That is how it is. No, that is for the Prajwal. In the case of Revanna, we have to verify. Notices have already been issued by the SIT.
Right, that was our Home Minister G. Parmeshwar, Afreen, who just came out and said that categorically that he will face arrest, Prajwal Revanna, if he does not appear before the SIT. And you did note that protection to families of the victims is going to be provided.
Right. So what do you have to say about that? This is a very sensitive case, Sarah. So protection to the families and to the victims, if they come out and file another case or give their statements, is essential.
Absolutely, because at the point at which this case is currently standing, we need to keep in mind that there is only more and more trouble that's mounting on Prajwal Revanna from all sides. Right? You have the SIT who has asked him to appear. They've rejected his 7-day extension. They've asked him to appear immediately. His tickets apparently have been booked. May 15th, he's planning to leave from currently, allegedly, he's apparently in Germany. 16th, he's going to be landing over here, which means that there is so much of pressure from all sides on Prajwal Revanna at this point of time, which makes it imperative for the SIT to also ensure that the victims' families or the victims' privacy and their life is not jeopardized or compromised at this moment, at this point of time, right? Because we've seen many cases in the past which have involved the common man, especially with politicians. It can get risky at times. They can face threats. This is something which is an undeniable fact. Or threat to life is something that cannot be cannot be ignored, because here we're talking about a very, very influential political family like the JDS, right? And keeping that in mind, SIT's this decision to come forward and to ensure that victims and their families in no way are troubled if they want to come forward and record their statements, we will give you full protection, is very, very mandatory at this moment. And I think at this juncture, this particular initiative or step taken by them is very, very right.
Now we have to also understand that this case is not limited to the state now. It's become national level. We have home ministers and we have Congress leader Rahul Gandhi talking about it. We have national level leaders talking about it. Right?
We have the Prime Minister, we have the Union Home Minister Amit Shah,
right.
We've had the top BJP leadership like Union Ministers like Prahlad Joshi, who've come out and have spoken about this blatantly. Now, while all this blame game and passing the buck and, you know, putting the ball in their court, what we need to keep in mind over here is that it's more than just a political witch hunt or a controversy or whatever we are calling it, right? That only the SIT investigations with time is going to tell us. But before we can actually move on and discuss about how ugly this is getting by the day, Rahul Gandhi in a rally in Shivamoga has come out and he has spoken about Prajwal Revanna. Now, what this reminds me about Rahul Gandhi and the Congress leadership talking about this is, you had Siddaramaiah, the chief minister, right? You have DK Shivkumar, who have also spoken about this, and clearly it seems that the Congress is saying, we only brought out what the truth is.
Right.
What would you want to say on the Congress's stance on this issue?
See, more than the Congress's stance on this issue, I want to look at it from the BJP's perspective. Look at how they have turned the tables on the Congress. JDS being BJP's ally, they have now put the whole blame on Congress. How have they turned the tables, Sarah? What do you want to say about that?
You know, very interestingly, our story at a latter point of time is going to cover that aspect where the tables have turned. Like, outrightly, Union Home Minister Amit Shah turns the tables around to the Congress and he says, are you literally questioning us? You know, are you questioning us, Congress? You were the one who brought out the video, right? You were the one who are placing all these allegations. What were you doing after that? Why didn't you detain him? In that little bit of a time period that you have brought out all this, he has escaped. Now, let me come to the fact that let's discuss and take the story forward and, go ahead and see, Afreen, like you were going to mention, about what are the developments that have come in.
Right. So, you know what, Sarah, trouble continues to mount for Prajwal Revanna, the grandson of former Prime Minister H.D. Deve Gowda, and absconding Hassan MP. He's absconding, like we all know, allegedly. The special investigation team, that is the SIT, has now issued a lookout circular against him. Remember that the JDS has suspended the MP, who is accused of sexual harassment of several women. Now, the lookout notice was issued a day after he did not comply with a notice issued by the SIT summoning him for questioning. Let's not forget that Prajwal's advocate, claiming to represent the Hassan MP, had sought 7 days' time for his client to be present before the SIT. Now, sources in the SIT have said that Prajwal's return ticket has been booked for May 15th and he is expected to arrive in Bengaluru on May 16th at 1:20 p.m. Meanwhile, H.D. Revanna, Hole Narsipura MLA, who is the other accused and the father of Prajwal, has sought 4 days, for him to appear for the investigation.
You know, right there, Afreen, I would just like to also add into what you have said. We have had Prajwal Revanna's brother, right, who's also come out and spoken. And let me tell you, viewers, that Suraj Revanna has come out and said that no Karyakarta is disgruntled. We even held a meeting yesterday on elections. 100% Prajwal Revanna is going to win, he says. Let anyone charge anything. The SIT is formed. Let's see what gets proven. There you have a very confident family member of Prajwal Revanna who comes out and says, probe what you want to probe against us. It's like an outright challenge, according to me, I think, that the Revanna family is throwing out there, to all the political parties and the leaderships involved here, saying that they seem very confident that all of these allegations against him may be not true, that only the SIT investigations will tell us. But at this point of time, I think that this entire game is just getting dirtier and dirtier by the day, but bringing us details on where Prajwal Revanna is, when is he going to come, all about the SIT lookout notice. We have our colleague Nagarjun Dwarkanath getting us more details on it.
Issued notices from the SIT, and Prajwal's advocate has written to the SIT seeking 7 days extension because he's out of India and out of the country. And we have accessed the tickets that he's returning only on the 16th early morning or midnight to Bengaluru from Munich. We'll have to wait and watch if the SIT will issue another fresh notice. The SIT has rejected all his claims of asking 7 days extension is what we are told. We just heard the Home Minister saying that if Prajwal and his father doesn't appear before the SIT, most likely they would be arrested, and a lookout notice has been issued across all airports is what we are told. So SIT has written and put out a lookout notice for Prajwal wherever he comes to the airport, and immediately he might be taken back to Bengaluru is what we are told. And the government and the Home Minister has clear-cut stated that they are not going to compromise on this investigation. Even though it's political, they are saying that we are not backing down even though it's political. Well, ideally should have appeared today is what we are told, but Prajwal is still not in India. And Revanna also, when we spoke to him yesterday and day before, he said he's going to appear SIT and he doesn't fear anything. It's only a conspiracy. But yet he has not turned up at the SIT office, which is in the CID headquarter here. No one, neither Prajwal, neither Revanna, both have turned up. So a fresh notice might be issued once again if they don't turn up today. And most likely post that, if they don't appear, an arrest would be done. Well, that is true. Both Prajwal and his father Revanna have been issued notices from the SIT, and Prajwal's advocate has written to the SIT seeking 7 days.
Like we'd mentioned, Rahul Gandhi in a rally in Shivamogga has gone and spoken on Prajwal Revanna's alleged sex scandal. Let's listen into what he had to say.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಹ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತನಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಪಾಲಜಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
प्रज्वल रवन्ना 400 महिलाओं का रेप करता है. प्रज्वल रवन्ना 400 महिलाओं का रेप करता है, वीडियो बनाता है.
ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ರೇವಣ್ಣ ಅವರು ಸುಮಾರು 400 ಜನ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನೋಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇಡೀ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ.
ये सेक्स स्कैंडल नहीं है, इसको मैस रेप कहा जाता है.
ಇದು ಒಂದು ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಮಾಸ್ ರೇಪ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ತಿಳಿಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತದೆ.
और स्टेज में कर्नाटका के सामने प्रधानमंत्री मैस रेपिस्ट का समर्थन कर रहे हैं. वो कर्नाटका को कह रहे हैं कि अगर आपने इस रेपिस्ट को वोट दिया तो मेरी मदद होगी.
ತಾವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ದಂಗೆ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಯವರು ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ರೇವಣ್ಣನ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮತಯಾಚನೆಗಾಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು. ಅವರು ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ರೇವಣ್ಣಗೆ ತಾವು ತಮ್ಮ ಮತವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ನನ್ಗೆ ವೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಘೋಷಣೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು.
और कर्नाटका की हर महिला को मालूम होना चाहिए कि जब प्रधानमंत्री आपसे वोट मांग रहे थे तो उनको मालूम था प्रज्वल रवन्ना ने क्या किया था.
ಯಾವಾಗ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರು ಬಂದು ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ರೇವಣ್ಣದು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಮತಯಾಚಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು, ಇಡೀ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು, ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕವಾಗಿ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು. ಆವಾಗ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೃತ್ಯ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು.
बीजेपी को हर नेता को मालूम था कि प्रज्वल रवन्ना मैस रेपिस्ट है, तब भी उन्होंने उसका समर्थन दिया और अलायंस किया.
ಬಿಜೆಪಿನವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿಜೆಪಿನವರ ಮುಖಂಡರುಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ರೇವಣ್ಣ ಒಂದು ಮಾಸ್ ರೇಪಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಸಹ ಆತನಿಗೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಹಾಸನ್ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಿಂದ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು.
प्रधानमंत्री को हिंदुस्तान की हर महिला से माफी मांगनी चाहिए कि उन्होंने एक मैस रेपिस्ट को अपने स्टेज पर लाकर उसको समर्थन देने की बात की आपसे.
ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಇಡೀ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿವಸ ಅಪಾಲಜಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಕಾರಣ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ರೇವಣ್ಣ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವೇದಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ಅವರು ಪ್ರಚಾರವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
हिंदुस्तान के प्रधानमंत्री ने हिंदुस्तान की हर महिला का अपमान किया है.
ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಕೇವಲ ಇದು ಹಾಸನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕೇವಲ ಇದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಡೀ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರಾಗ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
और इसके लिए प्रधानमंत्री को, अमित शाह को और बीजेपी के हर नेता को देश की महिलाओं से, माताओं बहनों से हाथ जोड़कर सिर झुकाकर माफी मांगनी चाहिए.
ಇಡೀ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಯವರು, ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಗೃಹ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಅವರು ಈ ಒಂದು ಘಟನೆಗಾಗಿ ಇಡೀ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರಿಗೆ ತಲೆಬಾಗಿ ಅವರ ಅಪಾಲಜಿ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ.
दुनिया के किसी भी लीडर ने ऐसा काम पहले नहीं किया होगा।
ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿವಸ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಘಟನೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನೋಡೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ.
पूरे दुनिया में ये खबर फैली है कि हिंदुस्तान के प्रधानमंत्री ने मैस रेपिस्ट के लिए वोट मांगा है।
ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿವಸ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯವರು ಒಬ್ಬ ಮಾಸ್ ರೇಪಿಸ್ಟ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವನ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ರೀತಿಯ ಸಹಕಾರವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಮತ ಯಾಚಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ये बीजेपी की विचारधारा है।
ಇದೇ ಬಿಜೆಪಿನವ್ರದ್ದು ವಿಚಾರಧಾರ ಇದೆ.
अलायंस की जरूरत थी, सत्ता चाहते हैं तो कुछ भी करने को तैयार है।
ಅವರು ಗೆಲ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಲಯನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅಧಿಕಾರವನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ತಯಾರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
आप सोचिए, हिंदुस्तान का प्रधानमंत्री पूरी दुनिया के सामने मैस रेपिस्ट के लिए वोट मांग रहा है।
ನೀವು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ, ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮಾಸ್ ರೇಪಿಸ್ಟ್ ಗಾಗಿ ಮತ ಯಾಚಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
सत्ता के लिए कुछ भी कर सकते हैं।
ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ತಯಾರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
पिछले 10 साल 22 लोगों के लिए इन्होंने काम किया।
10 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಕೇವಲ ಒಂದು 22 ಮಂದಿಗಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
हिंदुस्तान का धन लेकर इन्होंने 22 लोगों को जेब में डाला।
ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಂಪತ್ತು 22 ಮಂದಿಗೆ ಅವರು ಪಾಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
अदानी अंबानी इन लोगों के जेब में।
ಅದಾನಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಹ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತನಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಪಾಲಜಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ.
प्रज्वल रवन्ना 400 महिलाओं का रेप करता है। प्रज्वल रवन्ना 400 महिलाओं का रेप करता है, वीडियो बनाता है।
ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ರೇವಣ್ಣ ಅವರು ಸುಮಾರು 400 ಜನ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನೋಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇಡೀ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ.
The issues about Prajwal Revanna's alleged sex tape affair. We all know that. But here, I think more than 7 times we had Rahul Gandhi say, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has gone and appealed and canvassed for votes for a mass rapist. Please, if you can elaborate more on the speech that we just heard.
Now, I think listening to what Rahul Gandhi has said, he wants to set a narrative now that Prajwal Revanna is a mass rapist. Now, he has constantly used the word mass rapist. He wants this to be, established that he is a mass rapist. This whole controversy that has erupted, that is going to be one of the key points that the Congress is going to use while campaigning. Now, we have to remember that the second phase of the Karnataka elections is still due. It's due on May 7th. 14 constituencies are still due for polling, and I think that the Congress is going to use this controversy properly. Now it doesn't, the 5 guarantees, the welfare schemes, nothing else matters for the Congress. What the key point they're going to pick up is the Prajwal Revanna issue.
Right, very rightly from what you inferred, going on certain points that, he kept harping on time and again in his speech today was that Amit Shah and Modi should apologize to all the women of the country. They have disrespected the women of the country. They should bow their heads down in shame and join their hands and say sorry to the women of this country. And then, like Afrin, you were mentioning, he goes on and on saying that Prajwal Revanna a mass rapist.
Right.
You are supporting only a mass rapist. And but one question that we also need to discuss, Afrin, where did he get the numbers of 400 videos?
Right. What we know is that there are thousands of videos on a pen drive, and but Rahul Gandhi has given a number that 400 women have been raped by Prajwal Revanna, and there are videos of it. Now, this is something new that is coming out. That's a detail that has not been mentioned or talked about before. 400 women, Rahul Gandhi is confidently saying it in a public rally in Shivamogga.
I smell a lot of confusion in the Congress camp over here, because from what we see and make out of this, while you have the top leadership of the Karnataka unit, including the Deputy Chief Minister and other leaders, saying 2,000 plus videos on a pen drive, here you have their own party leader saying 400 videos. So
400 women.
Women, 400 women, let me tell you. So 400 women have been raped, he says. Is he sure about the number of videos? Because we didn't really hear him mention about that. Has he got those numbers right?
No, I don't think there is confusion, Sarah. I think he is mentioning two different things.
Okay.
Right. What we know before is that there were multiple, thousands of videos
Okay,
of
thousands of
several
videos,
women.
right.
There was no number to it. We knew that there were several women involved in this, and thousands of videos on a pen drive. But the number of women was never mentioned before, was not talked about. I think Rahul Gandhi has brought out this detail.
So this is a new detail that we
Right.
get from the leader about 400 women and in thousands of videos, like you were just mentioning,
Right.
coming out and giving out these details, which means that there is so much more that the Congress party actually knows, and things are getting more clearer now. And it seems that when DK Shivkumar in an exclusive interview also spoke to Rajdeep Sardesai and said, "But I had no clue. I had no clue about all of this. I knew that there was some issue against involving Prajwal Revanna, but I did not know exactly what was the issue.
Right.
Had I known, I would have spoken." How is it so that these statements made by DK now, can they even stand to be true? DK Shivkumar's statements, because Rahul Gandhi is providing us numbers, he's giving us details, which clearly means that if a Rahul Gandhi of the Congress is aware about such nitty-gritty details of the case, pretty sure the top leadership knows much more than this.
Now, Rahul Gandhi has also made a statement that, every leader of the BJP, including the Prime Minister, Union Minister Amit Shah, knew when they had come to Karnataka to campaign for Prajwal Revanna about all of this. But they did not speak about this, they did not do anything about this. But what was our Home Minister Amit Shah saying the other day?
So, Amit Shah, on the contrary, was saying, "Hame nahi pata tha."
Right.
Hame nahi pata tha. In fact, he went on to say ki if he is not here, if currently Prajwal Revanna is not here, don't ask us. Ask the Congress government, because it's underneath their nose that this has happened, and they had the videos and still he's escaped. Why didn't you detain him? You file the case, he escapes, you know everything, and you come and ask us that BJP, what are you doing? Let's take the story forward now, Afreen, and carry on with the further developments.
Right. So these developments have not only intensified the political bickering and blame game between both the Congress and the BJP, with both party leaders firing fresh salvos at each other. DK Suresh, the brother of Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivkumar and Congress candidate from Bengaluru Rural, took to X and hit out at JDS President HD Kumaraswamy, stating that the leader should first check his family state of affairs, given the shame that their heir has brought upon the state, before blaming the Deputy Chief Minister or anyone else.
Right, I came across this quote after this tweet, Afreen, of DK Suresh, and it seems that he seems quite miffed. At the same time, he seems quite angry about the fact that HD Kumaraswamy has come out and made allegations against the DK brothers, saying
Right.
that now we all know that it's very clear who leaked these alleged tapes, from where is all of this coming. That means the Congress was very prior informed about all this information that was out in the public domain. And from this tweet, I think what I infer from DK Suresh is that he's outrightly challenging HD Kumaraswamy, saying that this is not the time for you to save your face or indulge in blame game or
Right.
try to, save your alliance with the BJP. It is time for you to come out and accept the truth that your nephew, the JDS heir over here, who is the incumbent Hassan MP, is involved allegedly in a sex scandal, and
Right.
you cannot shy away from it any longer.
But you know what HD Kumaraswamy has said? He has clearly distanced himself from the Revanna family, has called himself, his family, and Deve Gowda, his father, as a separate unit, and Revanna family as another unit. He says, I don't know what goes on in their household, I am not close to them, and we have to understand that they have had a history where they have maintained distance from each other. Right. So, apart from the embarrassing reason, the Prajwal Revanna controversy, other reasons also, make sure that, HD Kumaraswamy would distance himself from the Revanna family.
Absolutely. Like when it came to the candidature of Prajwal Revanna himself
Right.
from Hassan, right? Kumaraswamy was quite blatant about it, that he was opposing it, right?
Right,
He didn't
right,
want it. So that is one case. If we have to go back in the past and see, there have been many such political issues on which the JDS family, whether that is the HD Revanna or the Kumaraswamy family, have bickered, and mostly it's come to seat allocation.
The
and
Hassan seat,
the
yeah.
Hassan seat, or who's going to get the ticket, who's not going to get the ticket. From here, we know that this internal bickering of the family is a long one. It
Right.
has a historical background to it.
Right.
Right. Now, but the next development, Afreen, if you can move ahead and see,
Yeah.
what do we have next?
Now, the Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar, on the other hand, hit out at the leader of opposition and BJP leader R. Ashok, claiming that the BJP has no respect for women, and if they did, why hasn't the state leadership visited the victim's house? He even pinned blame on the Prime Minister, who appealed for votes and extended support to Prajwal despite the scandal that was known to them.
Let's listen into what D.K. Shivkumar had to say.
ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಗೌರವ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಆ ಗೌರವ. ವಿರೋಧ ಪಕ್ಷದ ನಾಯಕ ಆಗಿ ಒಬ್ಬ BJP ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ಹರಿಹ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಯಾಕೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ? ಈ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಹೋಗಿ ಅಶೋಕ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಲೀಡರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಅಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ವಿಜಯನ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಶೋಭಕ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಆ CT ರವಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಆ ಸುನೀಲ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಲೀಡರ್ಗಳು ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸದಾನಗೌಡರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರೇ ಇರಲಿ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮನೆಯನ್ನು ಹುಡುಕಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡವ್ರಲ್ಲ ಫೋಟೋಗಳನ್ನ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ಧೈರ್ಯ ತುಂಬುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿನೂ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ದೇವೇಗೌಡರು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ನಮಗೆ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೌರವ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವರ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು ಮತ್ತೊಂದಿರಲ್ಲ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ನಾನು BJP ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅವ್ರ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ತಾನೆ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್. ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು. ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಎತ್ತ ಕೈ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎತ್ತಿ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಕೇಳಲೇಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಶೋಕ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಗೆದ್ದಿದ್ರು. ಹೌದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಗೆದ್ದಿದ್ರು. ಈಗ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ರೆ ಸಂಬಂಧ ನಂಟಿಸ್ತಾನ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ರಸ್ತೆಲ್ ಹೋಗೋರೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಕ್ಕಾಯ್ತಾ? ನಿನ್ನ ಅಶೋಕ ಈಗ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಗೌರವ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಆ ಗೌರವ. ವಿರೋಧ ಪಕ್ಷದ ನಾಯಕ ಆಗಿ ಒಬ್ಬ BJP ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ಹರಿಹ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಯಾಕೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ? ಈ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಹೋಗಿ ಅಶೋಕ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಲೀಡರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಅಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ವಿಜಯನ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಶೋಭಕ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಆ CT ರವಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಆ ಸುನೀಲ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಲೀಡರ್ಗಳು ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸದಾನಗೌಡರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರೇ ಇರಲಿ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮನೆಯನ್ನು ಹುಡುಕಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡವ್ರಲ್ಲ ಫೋಟೋಗಳನ್ನ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ಧೈರ್ಯ ತುಂಬುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿನೂ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ದೇವೇಗೌಡರು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ನಮಗೆ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೌರವ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವರ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು ಮತ್ತೊಂದಿರಲ್ಲ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ.
That's the Deputy Chief Minister, D.K. Shivkumar Afreen, who's come out and, slammed R. Ashok, and he says, where is your party president B.Y. Vijendra? Where are your leaders like Shobha Karandlaje, Sadanand Gowda, CT Ravi in this case? Why are you not going and, visiting the victim's house? Where is Devagowda ji? He should also be going and visiting the victim's house. You guys are talking so much about the respect of women, but where is that kind of respect when it comes to the national party leadership? He's like, your Prime Minister has gone and shared stage with your family heir, your nephew, supporting him, canvassing for votes. You have allied with JDS, he says. And then he says, can we question someone who's going on the road instead? Now, from what I see of whatever D.K. Shivkumar has actually come and called out here, they both are trying to save face. One for allegedly probably bringing out the tapes, and the other for trying to save face, saying that now what happens to our party's image, because Karnataka's second phase of polling is still coming up, and we are in soup because we had the Prime Minister himself who's gone all the way to Hassan and campaigned for this candidate of yours, the incumbent MP, Prajwal Revanna. So, Afreen, I think as we go further, we have so many more allegations and so many more things that have been said. If we can move ahead from this. Now, let me tell you that this entire thing, Karnataka government, Union Home Minister. So now let me come and tell you that Union Home Minister Amit Shah has also commented on the letter that was written by Siddaramaiah to Prime Minister Modi, and he's turned the tables to the Congress, and he has said, for Vokkaliga vote bank in phase 1, they did not take action against Prajwal. Now they are coming out and they are telling us that BJP, what have you done? Now that is the fresh set of allegations that the BJP has brought out. Let's listen to what Amit Shah had to tell our colleague Nagarjun Dwarkanath.
सर, कर्नाटक के मुख्यमंत्री सिद्धरामैया ने पत्र लिखा है प्राइम मिनिस्टर को कि प्रज्वल रेवन्ना की पासपोर्ट अब कैंसिल कर दीजिए, हमें मदद कीजिए।
जब पकड़ना था तब पकड़ा नहीं और अब पत्र लिख रहे हैं। कई साल से, कई समय से इनके पास ये था, मगर जब तक वोकलिगा वोटिंग समाप्त नहीं हुआ, इन्होंने अरेस्ट नहीं किया, इसको भाग जाने दिया। कर्नाटक सरकार की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है।
सर आखिरी सवाल सर, काफी सवाल कांग्रेस नेता उठा रही है कि एनडीए एमपी भाग गए हैं और पासपोर्ट पूरा एमए के अंदर आता है, एमएचए इसको मदद किया
नहीं, मगर ये अपराध बाहर आने से पहले ही वो भाग गए। इनके पास कब से इंफॉर्मेशन था, इन्होंने छिपा कर रखा, उनको कदम उठाने थे।
सर कर्नाटक के मुख्यमंत्री सिद्धरामैया ने पत्र लिखा है प्राइम मिनिस्टर को कि प्रज्वल रेवन्ना की पासपोर्ट अब कैंसिल कर दीजिए, हमें मदद कीजिए।
Clearly, Home Minister, the Union Home Minister Afreen, Amit Shah, has clearly gone and passed the buck, and he's told Nagarjun that don't ask us. I'm the Union Home Minister, I agree. You're talking to me about passports, you're talking to me about cancelling diplomatic, rights of him and, what not over here. But the fact of the matter is that it's the Congress who should have detained him. Right. So there is no point coming and asking the BJP that what action are you taking against him, because the case has been filed by the Congress government over here. So,
and also, BJP leaders are outrightly coming and telling, they're asking actually which government is in power in Karnataka. Who is it? It's the Congress. So they're also asking Priyanka Gandhi, who is asking, Prime Minister and Amit Shah, what are you guys doing? You are in alliance with the JDS. Why are you not taking any steps? Now they are asking the Congress. They're asking top leadership of the Congress, who is in power in Karnataka? It's the Congress. So they have to take a step. They have formed the SIT, but why hasn't investigation begun? That was the allegation that the BJP has been making for, ever since this controversy erupted.
From what we make of this entire thing, that it's just becoming a political blame game between both the parties, one trying to escape being responsible for allegedly leaking the videos, and the other party trying to save face, trying to save their alliance, trying to save their party image, because, all that still matters now in Karnataka is the second phase of polling. Moving ahead, Union Minister Prajwal Joshi has fired the following questions at the Karnataka government. He says, when the video dates back to 2018, why didn't the Congress, who was in then alliance with the BJP and campaigned for Prajwal Revanna, did not take any action for so long? Despite the news of Prajwal breaking on all news platforms by April 28, 2024, why didn't the Congress immediately detain him? Now, these are very pertinent questions, Afreen, that Prajwal Joshi has come out and asked the Congress. Let's listen into what he has to say.
ನಮಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ಅದು ನನಗೆ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಬಂದಿರುವಂಥ ಮಾಹಿತಿ, ಅದು 1 ವರ್ಷದ್ದು 6 ತಿಂಗಳದ್ದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಅಲ್ಲ, 2018ರಿಂದನೂ ಇದೆ. ನೀವು ಅವರನ್ನು, ನೀವು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ದವರು ಸೇರಿ JDS ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೇ DK ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಅವರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಮತಯಾಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಯಾವ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕಾಗಿ FIR ಡಿಲೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನೀವು ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಉತ್ತರವನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. 100%. ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಏನೂ ಇರಲಾರ್ದೆ ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ತಡೆಯೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ? ಏನಾದರೂ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. FIR ಮಾಡಲಾರ್ದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪತ್ರಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ 28ಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, FIR ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಡಿಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದು ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವೋಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಪಾಲಿಟಿಕ್ಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ದೇವೇಗೌಡರ ಮೊಮ್ಮಗನ ಮುಟ್ಟಿದರೆ ಗೌಡರು ಓಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾವೆ ಅನ್ನೋಂಥ ಭಯಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಲಾರ್ದೆ ಈಗ ಬೇರೆದವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಗೂಬಿ ಕೂಡಿಸೋಂಥ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ಅದು ನನಗೆ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಬಂದಿರುವಂಥ ಮಾಹಿತಿ, ಅದು
Prajwal Joshi saying this one line, Afreen, they are just blaming the center. If you want to throw some light on this bite of his, and I will come back and tell you why I have a fundamental problem with what he's just said.
Right. So, when he was talking to the media persons, Prajwal Joshi said that, these videos are not a year old or 6 months old. They are from 2018. They are from way back. Now, HD Revanna also, while addressing media persons when this controversy erupted, said that these videos are 4 to 5 years old and they have been brought out now. So, this was one thing that Prajwal Joshi was saying. The other thing he was saying is that, why is the Congress blaming the center now? Right. It is this Congress who has to take a step. It is the Congress who has to investigate, who have to take this case further, probe it, and do all of that. Now, why is the Congress blaming the center? Why are they, pinning allegations on the center? Now, that is something that Prajwal Joshi has said in this.
You know, in today's bite, and why I say there's a fundamental problem is because just yesterday you had the Union Minister Prahlad Joshi who came and made a statement saying absolutely, if charges proven, if Prajwal Revanna is found guilty, he will have to be punished, and you know, these sort of things are coming to the forefront over there. BJP is not a party that who's going to tolerate all of this, and today he comes out and he decides saying that oops, I think I might have said something against my party leader, so I am going to stand very strongly by Prajwal Revanna, and let's now put the ball in Congress's court. So it's clearly now, at the end of whatever political bickering and a blame game that we see today, it's become I did not do this, you did this.
You know, they are actually going back to the time when JDS was in alliance with Congress. Now, you need to understand that they are setting this narrative that, okay, so what if the JDS is in alliance with us now?
Yeah.
They were in alliance with the Congress, so the mistake has happened that time.
True.
So all of this again goes back to the Congress. It's not on us, it's on the Congress, it's on the JDS. Now, we don't have to deal with this, it's yours.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you have the BJP at the center, who's the central government, no doubt about it, it's the Congress government who's at the state government. But both cannot at this point of time. Can they really? The question we're asking is, can they really absolve themselves from the blame that, you know, each of the parties stand to hold? One, in terms of protecting their MP of Hassan, who's allegedly involved in a sex scandal, and another party, can they really wash their hands off and say, we have nothing to do with these videos being leaked out? That only time shall tell us after the SIT further goes ahead and makes any important observation and comes out with further investigative details. After Prajwal Revanna returns supposedly on May 16th, we will get to know more post that. But for now, let's go back to Rahul Gandhi's speech at Shivamoga rally, where he had come there to campaign for Geeta Shivraj Kumar, and listen to what he had to say on Prajwal Revanna's case.
ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತನಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಪಾಲಜಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
प्रज्वल रवन्ना 400 महिलाओं का रेप करता है. प्रज्वल रवन्ना 400 महिलाओं का रेप करता है, वीडियो बनाता है.
ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ರೇವಣ್ಣ ಅವರು ಸುಮಾರು 400 ಜನ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನೋಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇಡೀ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ.
ये सेक्स स्कैंडल नहीं है, इसको मैस रेप कहा जाता है.
ಇದು ಒಂದು ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಮಾಸ್ ರೇಪ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ತಿಳಿಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತದೆ.
और स्टेज में कर्नाटका के सामने प्रधानमंत्री मैस रेपिस्ट का समर्थन कर रहे हैं. वो कर्नाटका को कह रहे हैं कि अगर आपने इस रेपिस्ट को वोट दिया तो मेरी मदद होगी.
ತಾವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ದಂಗೆ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಯವರು ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ರೇವಣ್ಣನ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮತಯಾಚನೆ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು. ಅವರು ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ರೇವಣ್ಣಗೆ ತಾವು ತಮ್ಮ ಮತವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ನನ್ಗೆ ವೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಘೋಷಣೆ ಅವನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು.
और कर्नाटका की हर महिला को मालूम होना चाहिए कि जब प्रधानमंत्री आपसे वोट मांग रहे थे तो उनको मालूम था प्रज्वल रवन्ना ने क्या किया था.
ಯಾವಾಗ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರು ಬಂದು ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ರೇವಣ್ಣದು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಮತಯಾಚಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು, ಇಡೀ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು, ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕವಾಗಿ ಮಹಿಳೆಯರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು. ಆವಾಗ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೃತ್ಯ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು.
बीजेपी को हर नेता को मालूम था कि प्रज्वल रवन्ना मैस रेपिस्ट है, तब भी उन्होंने उसका समर्थन दिया और अलायंस किया.
ಬಿಜೆಪಿನವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿಜೆಪಿನವರ ಮುಖಂಡರುಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ರೇವಣ್ಣ ಒಂದು ಮಾಸ್ ರೇಪಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಸಹ ಆತನಿಗೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಹಾಸನ್ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಿಂದ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು.
प्रधानमंत्री को हिंदुस्तान की हर महिला से माफी मांगनी चाहिए कि उन्होंने एक मैस रेपिस्ट को अपने स्टेज पर लाकर उसको समर्थन देने की बात की आपसे.
ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಇಡೀ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿವಸ ಅಪಾಲಜಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಕಾರಣ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ರೇವಣ್ಣ ಅವನ್ನ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವೇದಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ಅವರು ಪ್ರಚಾರವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
हिंदुस्तान के प्रधानमंत्री ने हिंदुस्तान की हर
Gandhi talking about Prajwal Revanna in Shivamogga while campaigning for Geeta Shivraj Kumar. That's it for now. For more such updates, keep watching our channel. This is Afreen Hussain.
I'm Sarah Fazil for India Today's SoSouth.